Pisces, I need you to stop scrolling right now because your ancestors just sent me the most urgent message, and 247 of you are online at this exact moment for a reason. The Seven of Swords just slammed onto my table, and everyone thinks this means deception or theft. But your ancestors are using this card to show me they are stealing you away from danger that you cannot even see coming. My grandmother appeared to me in a dream last night holding this exact card, and she said 3 words that made my blood run cold. She whispered protection, urgency, now. Pisces, your ancestral guides are not just watching over you, they are actively intervening in your life in the next 48 hours. And if you do not pay attention to what I am about to reveal, you could miss the most important protection they have ever offered you. Everyone believes ancestral protection is gentle, soft, like guardian angels floating around you. But your ancestors are showing me warrior energy right now. They are suited up for battle, they are strategic, they are using every tool available to shield you from something that could derail your entire destiny, and it is happening whether you believe it or not. Let me tell you what this Seven of Swords is really revealing about your ancestral protection, Pisces. Look at this figure sneaking away with 5 swords while leaving 2 behind. Everyone sees betrayal, but your ancestors are showing me strategic withdrawal. They are guiding you to take what serves you and leave behind what could destroy you. The 2 swords left behind represent old patterns, toxic relationships, limiting beliefs that your ancestors are helping you escape from right now. The military camp in the background, those tents, those represent the battles your ancestors fought so you would not have to fight them. But Pisces, they are showing me that some of their unfinished business is trying to attach itself to your energy field. And they are using this Seven of Swords energy to cut those cords permanently. Your great-grandmother who struggled with addiction, your grandfather who battled depression, your great-great-aunt who never found love, they are all working together to ensure their wounds do not become your wounds. But here is what is absolutely incredible about this Seven of Swords appearing for you right now. The figure is moving under cover of darkness, but look at the golden sky behind him. Pisces, your ancestors are moving you out of a dark situation and into the light. They can see the dawn coming even when you are still walking through the night. They know exactly where they are leading you, and it is somewhere more beautiful than you could ever imagine. The 5 swords he carries represent the gifts your ancestors are stealing back for you. The gift of intuition that someone tried to convince you was just imagination. The gift of sensitivity that others called weakness. The gift of creativity that practical people told you to abandon. The gift of spiritual connection that skeptics mocked. The gift of unconditional love that cynics said was naive. Pisces, your ancestors are reclaiming all of these gifts and returning them to you with interest. But wait, the energy just shifted completely, and I am seeing something that is making my hands shake. The High Priestess has materialized on my altar, and Pisces, this is your main ancestral guardian revealing herself to you. She has been trying to get your attention for months, but now she is stepping forward with a message so important that she is willing to break the veil between worlds to deliver it. Look at her sitting between those 2 pillars, one black and one white. Pisces, this represents the balance your ancestors are bringing to your life right now. The black pillar represents the shadow work they have been doing on your behalf, clearing generational trauma while you sleep, healing family curses while you go about your daily life. The white pillar represents the blessings they are pouring into your future, the opportunities they are orchestrating, the miracles they are manifesting. The crescent moon at her feet, that is your intuitive power being amplified by every grandmother, every great aunt, every female ancestor who ever walked this earth before you. Pisces, you come from a long line of mystics, healers, seers, wise women who knew things without being taught, who felt things others could not feel, who saw things others could not see. That gift is in your DNA, and your ancestors are activating it right now. The pomegranates on the tapestry behind her, those seeds represent the fertile new beginning your ancestors are planting in your life. But pomegranates also represent the underworld, the realm of the dead, the place where your ancestors reside. Pisces, they are reaching across dimensions to plant seeds of abundance, love, healing, and success in your earthly garden. Every challenge you have faced has been preparing the soil for this harvest. The scroll in her lap, partially hidden, that represents the sacred knowledge your ancestors are ready to download into your consciousness. But they can only give you what you are ready to receive. The more you open to their guidance, the more they can reveal. The more you trust their protection, the more they can intervene. The more you honor their presence, the more they can bless your future. But here is what is absolutely mind-blowing about the High Priestess appearing as your ancestral guardian. The crown she wears has 3 tiers, representing the 3 generations of ancestors who are actively working on your behalf right now. Your immediate ancestors who passed recently are handling your daily protection. Your distant ancestors who lived centuries ago are working on your karmic clearing. Your ancient ancestors who existed before recorded history are connecting you to cosmic wisdom that transcends time itself. Incredible! Another card just flew out of my deck, and this is going to shock you. The 3 of Pentacles has appeared, and Pisces, this is showing me that your ancestors are not working alone. They have formed a divine construction crew, and they are building something magnificent in your life while you sleep. Everyone thinks the 3 of Pentacles is just about teamwork and collaboration, but when it appears in an ancestral protection reading, it reveals something far more powerful. Look at the 3 figures working together on this beautiful cathedral. Pisces, your ancestors are the master architects, the skilled craftsmen, and the visionary designers, all working together to construct your destiny. The figure on the left holding the plans, that represents your ancestors who lived many generations ago. They can see the big picture of your soul's journey. They understand the cosmic blueprint of why you chose to incarnate at this time, in this family, with these challenges and these gifts. They are the ones making sure every experience you have serves your highest purpose. The craftsman in the middle actually building the structure that represents your more recent ancestors, grandparents, and great-grandparents who understand the practical world you are navigating. They know about money, relationships, career, daily survival. They are the ones arranging synchronicities, opening doors, removing obstacles, creating opportunities that seem like lucky coincidences, but are actually divine interventions. The monk on the right, overseeing the project, that represents your ancient spiritual ancestors, the shamans, the mystics, the healers in your lineage. They are ensuring that whatever your ancestors build for you serves not just your personal happiness, but your spiritual evolution. They are the quality control team, making sure everything aligns with your soul's mission. But look closely at what they are building, Pisces. This is not just any structure, this is a cathedral. Your ancestors are not just protecting you from harm, they are constructing a sacred space for you to step into your full power. They are building you a platform, a foundation, a launching pad for greatness that will serve not just you, but everyone whose life you touch. The Gothic arches, the intricate stonework, the careful attention to every detail, this shows me that your ancestors have been working on this project for lifetimes. Every challenge your family line has faced, every lesson they learned, every wisdom they gained, it has all been incorporated into the structure they are building for you. You are not just inheriting their protection, you are inheriting their mastery. Oh, wow! The energy just intensified beyond belief, and Temperance has appeared with such force that my crystals are literally vibrating. Pisces, this is your ancestors showing you the alchemy they are performing in your life right now. They are taking all the separate pieces of your experience and blending them into something extraordinary. Look at this angel with 1 foot on land and 1 foot in water. Pisces, this is you. 1 foot in the physical world, dealing with practical matters, 1 foot in the spiritual realm, receiving divine guidance. Your ancestors chose you to be the bridge between worlds, the translator between dimensions, the messenger between the seen and unseen. The water she pours from one cup to another that represents the flow of ancestral wisdom being transferred into your conscious awareness. But notice how the water flows upward, defying gravity. Pisces, your ancestors are performing miracles in your life that go against natural law. They are making impossible things possible, turning water into wine, transforming lead into gold. The golden triangle on her chest, that represents the divine protection triangle your ancestors have formed around you. At the top point is divine source, infinite love and wisdom flowing down. The 2 bottom points are your maternal and paternal ancestral lines, creating an unbreakable foundation of support. Pisces, you are standing in the center of this triangle, completely protected, completely supported, completely loved. The mountains in the background, those represent the ancient wisdom and stability your ancestors bring to your life. The winding path represents your spiritual journey, but notice how it leads to a golden crown floating in the sky. Pisces, your ancestors are not just protecting you, they are guiding you toward your coronation. They are preparing you to step into royal energy, to claim your throne, to own your power. But here is what is absolutely incredible about temperance appearing in your ancestral protection reading. The word temperance literally means to moderate, to balance, to bring harmony. Pisces, your ancestors are balancing out every area of your life that has been out of alignment. If you have been struggling financially, they are bringing abundance. If you have been lonely, they are bringing love. If you have been lost, they are bringing clarity. Let me share something that happened to one of my clients last month that will blow your mind. She was a Pisces just like you, going through the darkest period of her life, lost her job, ended a toxic relationship, felt completely alone and hopeless. Then she started working with her ancestral guidance, and within 6 weeks, everything changed. She got a job offer that doubled her previous salary, met the love of her life, and discovered artistic talents she never knew she had. Her ancestors had been orchestrating this entire transformation while she thought her life was falling apart. Private community members have been tracking this exact ancestral energy pattern for weeks, and the results they are sharing are absolutely phenomenal. People are receiving unexpected money, finding lost family treasures, having prophetic dreams, developing psychic abilities, healing generational trauma. The list goes on and on. But Pisces, I need to pull another card because the ancestral energy is still building, and there is something urgent they want you to know. Holy Spirit, the King of Cups just materialized, and this is your main male ancestral guardian stepping forward. Everyone thinks the King of Cups is just about emotional mastery and compassion, but when he appears as an ancestral protector, he reveals something far more powerful. Look at him sitting calmly on his throne while the ocean churns wildly around him. Pisces, this represents your grandfather, great-grandfather, or ancient male ancestor who mastered the art of emotional alchemy, and he is teaching you his secrets right now. The fish jumping out of the water near his throne, that represents the unconscious wisdom surfacing in your conscious mind. Your male ancestors are bringing up ancient knowledge from the depths of your psyche, helping you understand things you have never been taught, giving you insights that seem to come from nowhere, but are actually coming from everywhere in your lineage. The ship in the distance that represents the journey your male ancestors took to bring you wisdom from faraway lands, distant times, other dimensions. They traveled through lifetimes, through realms, through experiences you cannot even imagine, all to bring you the gifts you need for this moment. Every battle they fought, every lesson they learned, every victory they achieved, it was all in service of preparing you for your destiny. But look at his crown, Pisces. It is not gold like earthly royalty. It is silver like lunar energy. Your male ancestral guardian understands that true power comes not from domination, but from intuition. He ruled not through force, but through wisdom. He conquered not through violence, but through love. And he is teaching you to claim your power the same way. The cup he holds contains the elixir of emotional mastery. Pisces, your ancestors struggled with their feelings, were overwhelmed by their sensitivity, did not know how to channel their psychic abilities. But through their trials and errors, through their successes and failures, they discovered the secret formula for turning emotional intensity into spiritual power. And they are pouring that formula directly into your energy field right now. His blue robes represent the flow of divine communication moving through your ancestral line. His red shoes represent the grounding of spiritual gifts into earthly manifestation. Pisces, your King of Cups ancestor, is not just protecting you from emotional chaos. He is teaching you how to command it, how to use your sensitivity as a superpower, your intuition as a guidance system, your compassion as a healing force. Wait. I am getting chills because another card just revealed itself. And this is the most unexpected card for ancestral guidance. The Five of Wands has appeared, and Pisces, this is showing me that your ancestors are actually fighting for you right now in ways you cannot see. Everyone looks at the Five of Wands and sees conflict, chaos, competition. But when it appears in an ancestral protection reading, it reveals a completely different truth. Those five figures are not fighting against each other. They are sparring, training, preparing for battle. Pisces, your ancestors are in the spiritual realm right now, having strategy meetings, training sessions, war councils to determine the best way to protect and guide you. Look more closely at their posture, their expressions. These are not enemies trying to destroy each other. These are allies challenging each other to become stronger. Your paternal ancestors and maternal ancestors might approach protection differently. They might have different strategies, different priorities, but they are all united in their desire to see you succeed. The barren landscape behind them represents the challenging circumstances you have been navigating. But notice how each figure brings their own unique energy, their own perspective, their own strength to the situation. Pisces, you are not being protected by just one ancestor. You have an entire army of spiritual guardians, each contributing their unique gifts to your defense. The wands they carry represent the creative fire, the passionate determination, the unstoppable life force that runs through your bloodline. Your ancestors faced impossible odds, survived unthinkable hardships, overcame devastating losses, and they never gave up. That same fighting spirit, that same resilience, that same refusal to surrender is flowing through your veins right now. But here is what is absolutely incredible about the Five of Wands appearing for your ancestral protection. This card often represents the moment before a breakthrough, the creative tension that precedes a major victory. Pisces, your ancestors are stirring up energy in the spiritual realm. They are creating movement. They are breaking through barriers that have been blocking your blessings. Sometimes protection does not look peaceful, Pisces. Sometimes your ancestors have to wage war against negative forces that are trying to influence your life. Sometimes they have to fight through layers of resistance to deliver the miracles you have been praying for. The Five of Wands is showing me that they are willing to do whatever it takes to ensure your success. Extraordinary! The energy just reached a crescendo, and the World card has appeared to complete your ancestral protection reading. Pisces, this is the ultimate confirmation that your ancestors have successfully completed their mission of preparing you for total victory. Look at the dancing figure in the center, surrounded by the four elements, the four seasons, the four directions, the four sacred creatures. Pisces, this represents you stepping into your complete wholeness, your full power, your total alignment with your highest destiny. Your ancestors have been working tirelessly to bring you to this moment of cosmic completion. The wreath that surrounds her represents the eternal cycle of ancestral protection that has been flowing through your lineage for centuries. Every ancestor who came before you contributed something to this wreath, added their own unique flower, their own sacred leaf, and now that wreath of protection surrounds you, creating an impenetrable barrier of love, wisdom, and divine grace. The red ribbon tied at the bottom of the wreath that represents the blood bond that connects you to every ancestor in your lineage. But it is also tied in the shape of infinity, showing that this protection is eternal. It does not end when your ancestors pass away. It does not diminish with time. It only grows stronger with each generation. The four creatures in the corners, the angel, the eagle, the lion, the bull, these represent the four types of ancestral protection you are receiving right now. The angel represents your ancestors who have ascended to the highest spiritual realms and can intervene from the level of pure consciousness. The eagle represents your shamanic ancestors who can fly between worlds and bring you prophetic visions. The lion represents your warrior ancestors who protect you from danger and give you courage. The bull represents your practical ancestors who help you manifest abundance and stability. But here is what is absolutely mind-blowing about the world appearing as your final ancestral message. This card represents the completion of the Fool's journey, the achievement of enlightenment, the mastery of all life lessons. Pisces, your ancestors are telling you that everything you have experienced, every challenge you have faced, every tear you have cried, it has all been preparing you for this moment when you step into your mastery. The purple cloth she holds represents the royal bloodline you come from. Pisces, you are not just anyone. You are royalty. You come from a lineage of kings and queens, healers and mystics, warriors and sages who ruled not through earthly power, but through spiritual authority. And your ancestors are crowning you right now with that same authority. The golden sky behind her represents the golden age you are entering in your life. All the struggle, all the confusion, all the waiting is coming to an end. Your ancestors have cleared the path, removed the obstacles, opened the doors, and now it is time for you to walk through into the most magnificent chapter of your existence. Let me tell you what I am seeing for your timeline, Pisces. The next 48 hours are absolutely critical. Your ancestral protection is at its peak intensity right now. Pay attention to any dreams, any synchronicities, any sudden insights or gut feelings. Your ancestors are trying to communicate with you directly, and they will use whatever method necessary to get their message through. Over the next 2 weeks, you are going to experience what I call the ancestral awakening phase. Suddenly, you will start understanding family patterns that never made sense before. You will receive clarity about inherited gifts you did not know you had. You might discover family history that explains everything about your life path. This is your ancestors pulling back the veil and showing you the bigger picture. By the end of this month, Pisces, people are going to start asking you what changed, why you seem so different, where this new confidence and clarity came from. Your ancestral protection is going to be visible in your energy field. You will carry yourself differently, speak with more authority, make decisions with unwavering certainty. The comments are absolutely exploding right now. People are sharing their own ancestral experiences in real time. Maria just wrote that she felt her grandmother's presence while watching this reading. David says he just found an old family photo that fell off the wall for no reason. This is the power of collective ancestral awakening, Pisces. When one person connects, it opens the gateway for everyone. I want you to do something for me right now, Pisces. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. On the first breath, say thank you to your maternal ancestors. On the second breath, say thank you to your paternal ancestors. On the third breath, say thank you to all the ancient ancestors whose names you do not even know, but whose love flows through your veins right now. Feel their presence surrounding you, supporting you, celebrating you. You are not alone, Pisces. You have never been alone. You are part of an infinite chain of souls who chose to incarnate, to struggle, to grow, to evolve, all so that you could be here in this moment with these exact gifts, this exact purpose, this exact power. Your ancestors are not just protecting you from danger, Pisces. They are protecting your destiny. They are ensuring that nothing and no one can prevent you from fulfilling the sacred mission you came here to complete. Every door that closes leads to a better door opening. Every relationship that ends makes space for your soulmate to enter. Every job you lose leads to the career of your dreams. But here is something crucial I need you to understand about working with your ancestral guides. They can only help you as much as you allow them to help you. If you resist their guidance, if you ignore their signs, if you refuse to trust their protection, you limit what they can do for you. But if you surrender to their wisdom, if you trust their timing, if you follow their lead, there is no limit to the miracles they can create in your life. Start paying attention to repeating numbers, especially numbers that appear in your family history. Notice when songs come on the radio that remind you of deceased loved ones. Pay attention to dreams where ancestors appear with messages. Watch for animals that show up repeatedly in unusual ways. These are all methods your ancestors use to communicate with you. Create a small altar in your home with photos of deceased family members, with flowers, with candles, with offerings of food or drink they enjoyed in life. Talk to them as if they are sitting right there with you, because they are. Ask for their guidance, their protection, their blessing. Thank them for their sacrifices, their love, their ongoing support. But most importantly, Pisces, live in a way that honors their legacy. Use the gifts they passed down to you. Fulfill the dreams they never got to fulfill. Love in ways they never got to love. Succeed where they faced obstacles. Heal what they could not heal. Break the patterns that no longer serve. Create the life they dreamed was possible. Your ancestors did not struggle and sacrifice just so you could survive, Pisces. They did it so you could thrive. They did it so you could be free, powerful, joyful, abundant, connected to your true purpose. They did it so you could live the life they always knew was possible, but never got to experience themselves. Oh my goodness, I am receiving such powerful messages about your future right now. 6 months from now, you are going to look back on this moment as the day everything changed. 1 year from now, you are going to be helping other people connect with their ancestral guidance. This protection you are receiving is not just for you, it is preparing you to become a bridge, a healer, a guide for others. I can see you teaching, speaking, writing, sharing your story of ancestral awakening with the world. Your natural Pisces compassion combined with this profound spiritual connection is going to create something revolutionary. You are not just receiving this guidance for your personal benefit, you are being prepared to help heal the collective wound of spiritual disconnection. But first, you must fully embrace and integrate this ancestral protection for yourself. You must heal your own relationship with your lineage, clear your own generational patterns, claim your own spiritual inheritance. Only then will you be ready to help others do the same. The universe chose you for this mission because of your Pisces nature. Pisces, you are naturally psychic, naturally compassionate, naturally connected to the unseen realms. You can feel what others cannot feel, sense what others cannot sense, know what others cannot know. These gifts that may have felt like burdens are actually your superpowers. Your ancestors struggled with these same gifts, did not understand them, were afraid of them, hid them from the world. But through their experiences, through their trials and errors, they learned how to navigate the spiritual realm safely and effectively. Now they are passing all of that hard-won wisdom directly to you. I want to leave you with one final message from your ancestors, Pisces. They want you to know that every single thing you have been through, every heartbreak, every disappointment, every moment of despair, it was all necessary. It was all part of the divine plan to prepare you for this moment when you step into your full power. They want you to stop apologizing for being different, for being sensitive, for being intuitive, for being you. They want you to stop hiding your gifts, dimming your light, playing small to make others comfortable. They want you to shine as brightly as you were born to shine, because your light helps others find their way home. The ancestral protection surrounding you right now is not temporary. It is permanent. It is not conditional. It is unconditional. It is not limited. It is infinite. You are loved beyond measure, supported beyond imagination, protected beyond comprehension by an entire army of spiritual guardians who would move heaven and earth to ensure your success. If you felt this energy, if you recognized your ancestors in this reading, if your soul is saying yes to everything I just shared, I need you to comment, "Protected Pisces," right now. Let your ancestors know you received their message, you accept their protection, you are ready to step into your destiny. The collective energy of everyone claiming this blessing together is going to amplify it exponentially. Subscribe right now if you want to stay connected to this ancestral energy as it continues to unfold in your life. Your ancestors are just getting started with the miracles they have planned for you. Your future self is depending on you to make this choice at this moment. The universe is celebrating your awakening, Pisces. All you have to do is say yes. Oh, BTW, my private community has been tracking these ancestral energy patterns for months, and the healing breakthroughs people are experiencing are absolutely mind-blowing. But honestly, just accepting what was shared today is going to create profound shifts for you.